Just about ready.
Okay, everybody. Baby Aroha woke up, so we're doing the mom thing. But welcome to Kote Pieke o Aotearoa. This is the Sovereign Bank of Aotearoa, and this is an invite-only sovereign bank. For those of you guys who are new here, welcome. And for those of you guys who are here often, you know what time it is. It's a party, and we're super happy to have you. A little bit about myself. My name is Megan, or Megan, as Yuga likes to say. And I am just a very smart young woman from the United States of America who decided that I didn't like not being able to serve my people. And so I started building blockchain infrastructure when I was getting locked out of payment processors and learning management systems, social media platforms, trying to teach my people about trust in the state, management, and how they can start building wealth. And the system didn't like that. And so I started looking for alternative measures to provide for my people. And in that journey, I encountered Mark Boyer, and through him, Yuga Avatar Das or Forresto Hilton, depending on how you know him. And after a few years of long, hard labor, we're here now, and we've, successfully, a little bit over $250,000 later in a few months, have officially launched Saboa, the Sovereign Bank of Aotearoa, and we're having fun. And that's what it's really all about in this space. There's a lot of financial uncertainty in the world right now, but we just want to be creative. We want to be innovators, and we have state-of-the-art technology.
Shut the fuck up.
What was that? I heard somebody. Let's go ahead and mute everybody. There we go. And we have state-of-the-art technology, that is leading the blockchain development in the world, and we're super excited to be able to bring that to you guys humbly tonight. So welcome all, and let's make sure we're recording.
Yep.
All right,
There's still people coming in.
let's go. Do we have a co-host? I'm gonna just go ahead and make Tony co-host. Tony, if you could just admit people for me, I'd appreciate it, my friend. There we go. All righty. So really quick, guys, our infrastructure is built on what is called the blockchain. So I know some of you guys know what that is, but a lot of people don't. And the blockchain is a technology that is an advanced database mechanism that allows for transparent information sharing with a network, a business network, or in our case, our sovereign banking ecosystem. The blockchain database stores data in blocks that are linked together in a chain. And why this is crucial for our infrastructure is because it allows for us to utilize very, very large amounts of data storage without dealing with any sort of hiccups in our infrastructure, without dealing with any sort of mismanagement of those records or the way that the data is moving, and truly allows us to have data sovereignty where files and records cannot be altered or edited. And I don't know if you guys have, witnessed some of the things that happen in the, time and space that we live in, but there's been records being scraped from the internet, things being hidden. There's a saying that says, he who controls the past controls the future. And what we love about blockchain technology, and our blockchain technology specifically, is that once the record is there, it is permanent, it is immutable, and it cannot be altered. So on the blockchain, we utilize something called cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is a digital currency, which is an alternative form of payment created using encryption algorithms. The use of encryption technology means that cryptocurrencies function both as a currency and as a virtual accounting system. And so with cryptocurrency in our ecosystem, we use this for many different things, but our core features are our ability to utilize our cryptocurrency to be recognized as a medium of exchange for the buying and selling of goods and services, for the delivery of, like I was saying, services and resources throughout the ecosystem as a record for access to certain resources within the ecosystem. And we utilize these encrypted algorithm tokens to make sure that people are where they're supposed to be, that resources end up where they're supposed to be, and that we can operate in a way that our smart contract protocols, which you're going to learn about in the next slide, can execute the agreements within the ecosystem to make sure that everybody has what they need, and that the store of value is something that, sorry, Mark was messing with the computer. The store of value is something that is consistent and utilizable across all mediums of exchange. And so, especially with our blockchain infrastructure, we have the ability to bridge to all blockchain ecosystems through our cryptocurrencies. And we're really excited about what utilizing a proper accounting system that keeps a true record of everything that's going on and that is unalterable can do for a thriving ecosystem of individuals who are operating in a trustless society. That being said, the third aspect of what we use is called contracts, smart contracts to be exact. But a contract is a legal agreement between two or more parties in which they agree to each other's rights and responsibilities. There is 5 elements that make up an enforceable contract, and that is the offer, the acceptance, the awareness, the consideration, and the capacity. And we operate under the freedom of contract. So people often come to us and they talk to us about the status of the sovereign bank. And it doesn't matter whether you're on the legal side of the ledger or the lawful side of the ledger. All individuals have the God-given right to contract. Freedom of contract is the ability of parties to bargain and create terms of their own agreement as they desire without outside interference from the government. Everyone, can you just go ahead and type understood if you understand what I just shared with you? Okay. Freedom of contract is the ability of parties to bargain and create terms of their agreement as they desire without outside interference from the government. All right. And that is what the entire blockchain ecosystem is built on top of. These things called smart contracts. Okay. So smart contracts are digital contracts, okay, stored on a blockchain that are automatically executed when predetermined terms and conditions are met. All right. So this is huge for what it is that we're doing here. Utilizing smart contract protocols, we can tap into financial decentralized protocols that allow for very creative ways for us to finance certain projects, very creative ways for us to tokenize certain assets and make sure that there's fractionalized distribution, very creative ways for us to just buy and sell goods through e-commerce methods on Web3. And so the smart contracts are the backbone of our ecosystem layered on top of our smart contract that allow us to be able to essentially execute our trust with each other. If I create an agreement with you on the blockchain and we set some predetermined conditions A, B, and C before D gets paid out, then A, B, and C are executed and then D is paid out, and both of us are happy because we didn't have to worry about making sure that all the conditions in our contract is met. That being said, here's an example of a smart contract being acted out. So Billy bought a house from Susan using a smart contract, which automated the transaction and handled all terms transparently. The blockchain-based contract ensured that payments and property ownership transferred seamlessly once conditions were met. This direct transaction eliminated the need for agents, saving both parties significant fees and making the process efficient and secure. And so this is really cool. And this is something that I've been a huge part of making history on the blockchain, is doing real estate deals or architecting real estate based projects on the blockchain. And what we see with this is, think about having maybe like an Airbnb rental property, and there may be a few parties that need to get paid in the process of that rental property being successful. So there may be the owner of the property, you might be a renter of the property, there may be a cleaner, there may be a maintenance person, right? And then you might have your profit. And so you can set a smart contract with these 5 conditions based on percentages per month. And every payment that is paid into that vault can be distributed to these 5 elements at the rate that they're supposed to be percentage wise. And that smart contract will make sure that every time funds are placed in that account, it executes it accordingly. The funds are transferred to one side and the access to the resource is still available. So I hope that this helped give you some clarity on how smart contracts can work, and, think some thoughts about ways that smart contracts could serve you in your ecosystem if you're able to build on top of a blockchain like ours. So there is decentralized finance, and you guys are going to hear the term DeFi, DeFi, DeFi. We are going to talk about DeFi all the time because decentralized finance is what is taking over all traditional finance space, whether you're looking at BlackRock and Vanguard Group, which are 2 of the biggest financial investment ecosystems in the world. They just put $20 billion into the blockchain in the last, I think it's been 4 or 5 months. And they do that because of what is called decentralized finance. Decentralized finance is an emerging financial technology that challenges the current centralized banking system. DeFi attempts to eliminate the fees banks and other financial services companies charge while promoting peer-to-peer transactions. That's with the power of like our savings account. We can do anywhere from 18 to 30% a month just from storing or staking liquidity within your certain accounts that you have access to here at the Sovereign Bank of Aotearoa. So, today I was getting into one that I had found through my friend, and it's completely decentralized. You just link your wallet, you're able to put your funds there, and you're already earning 8% annual percentage rate. And that's just absolutely unheard of. And that's the power of DeFi, because when you remove all of these institutions, the banks, the agents, sometimes your banks are like 3rd or 4th tier banks, so they're not even the direct person who's taking your documents to the trading table. There's people getting a cut of your funds being stored in their ecosystem. And with decentralized finance, you're straight to the source. And so that's why we love the blockchain infrastructure, because it removes all of the middlemen, and it allows for all the profits, all the interest, and all the equity to go to the individuals who are truly putting up the funds and the energy that's backing the ecosystem as a whole. That being said, I want to introduce you to the Sovereign Bank of Aotearoa. We are here because we wanted to take care of our families. We wanted to go through the process of building an infrastructure that could sustain entire economy on the blockchain in an autonomous way, meaning that we did not want to have to rely on any public facing system. We didn't want to have to, you can say that you're sovereign and you can have, special capacity, but what it comes down to is if the infrastructure does not match that, the ecosystem does not match that, and the self-provision, meaning the storehouse that you operate from to provide for your family and those that you are accountable to, whether that be your hapu or, a greater extension of your ecosystem in that way, you have to be able to provide an infrastructure to manage that. And with the Sovereign Bank of Aotearoa, this ecosystem facilitates that through the blockchain protocols, through the financial decentralized finance protocols that we were referencing just a minute ago, and through the smart contracts that we have custom architected to pay out different types of fun methods of distribution. So that being said, we are what is called a decentralized banking platform. The Sovereign Bank of Aotearoa is a peer-to-peer banking system built on its own sovereign blockchain, ECA, in which its ecosystem operates as an integral infrastructure to manage trust-to-trust transactions in both the digital and physical realm. And so with our own sovereign blockchain, this is essentially the foundation that allows our network of individuals to operate as a consensus and make sure that all of the records that are being transferred across across our blockchain are true, that all of the tokens, NFTs, and smart contracts that are being executed are that run in agreement and congruent with the ecosystem, and that they allow for the trust to trust management of digital and physical assets as a whole. So the first thing that we knew when we started building this ecosystem, you know, aside from creating accounts and creating the means of utilizing cryptocurrency as a means of exchange, was that we were going to need to develop a decentralized marketplace where we were able to have people utilize our point of sale systems, our MasterCards, our tap cards, and our membership rewards ecosystem, just as they do in the day-to-day shopping experience. And so that's where we developed the HEAL marketplace. HEAL stands for Have Everyone Achieve Lifestyle, so they can help Earth awaken love. And HEAL is a peer-to-peer marketplace ran completely by smart contract protocols on the blockchain. So with this ecosystem, you can come in and you can set up a store. You can list your products and services. Maybe you are a distributor of Manuka honey. Maybe you have crops, you know, avocados, et cetera, et cetera. You're able to list those goods and services here. And whether you're distributing those in a peer-to-peer fashion at the market, or you're utilizing on the web means of sales, you're able to utilize the HEAL marketplace infrastructure to buy and sell goods and services, to interact with individuals, to schedule your grocery pickup, to buy and sell your house, and anything in between. So that's what we love about the HEAL marketplace, is it all operates on smart contract. You don't have to know anything about the blockchain to utilize this. It operates just as if you were building your own website interface. And then we have the ECA blockchain infrastructure. So ECA is a proof of work EVM blockchain. ECA, meaning one, acts as a bridge to all blockchain-based ecosystems. Through ECA, we are able to bridge to current blockchain-based ecosystems and essentially have those assets conveyed into our private blockchain ecosystem for trading and asset management. And that is the front layer of the ECA blockchain, is those tokens, cryptocurrencies, and NFTs that I talked about. The next layer of ECA is that those tokens or NFTs operate as a key to access the private blockchain layer. And so in the private blockchain layer, you may have like an NFT that represents like your digital certificate of, say, your car, like a title, right? Your digital certificate of ownership. So say you have your NFT that represents the title to your car, but it's not your car, right? It's not the mechanics inside of your car. It's not your car driving. And so the private blockchain that sits behind the ECA layer, it is when the key is turned, right? When the NFT is used to access a specific gate or a specific smart contract, the private blockchain then pulls the data from that key and it says, okay, they have access to execute this smart contract. And then when that smart contract is triggered by that key, aka the NFT, it executes a chain of transactions. That chain of transaction, then it can, you know, mint an asset, it can burn an asset, it can create multiple assets based on the predetermined terms that are laid within that smart contract. And then the third layer of the blockchain is the record keeper, so the registrar and the record. And when that smart contract is executed on the layer 2 of the blockchain in the private blockchain ecosystem, that private blockchain sends a fully completed record of that transaction and what transpired in the execution of it, right? And then that is stored on that encrypted blockchain that is completely impenetrable. And then the fourth layer of that is because that third layer operates on Bitcoin miners, that, you know, allows us to have a more secure relationship and a more intertwined relationship through mixed merge mining. That fourth layer, it reads the first transaction of Bitcoin transactions, because Bitcoin, it can take up to 13 minutes to confirm, sometimes longer. But it's because it goes through multiple confirmations. And so in that third layer, when that first confirmation comes through, that fourth layer, that's our privacy layer, it checks that confirmation. Then it sends the fact that the first confirmation is complete to the layer 2 that is executing the smart contracts, right? And as it's executing the smart contracts, it's saying, okay, that first phase is done. It's confirmed on the record. Now that we have the record that's absolute and that's unalterable, we can take that new piece of data that has been created and we can use that to execute the next layer. So I know that was a lot of technical information, but our ECA blockchain is state of the art, and it allows for us to truly utilize the tokenization of assets to truly transact in a manner to where we're utilizing the marketplace for peer-to-peer transactions, and to leverage our decentralized finance protocols where we don't deal with any sort of penetration in our escrow accounts and the distribution of block shares, which you will learn about at the end of this program. And so that's why we are all in on ECA, which we did learn was a Maori word that also means to survey. And so we love that as well. That being said, when you join our ecosystem, you get your very own community dashboard, which community stats watch community stats and asset performance in real time with your complimentary community dashboard. You get Crown Network access, so you can access exclusive projects, invite to the network, and earn while you learn how to build wealth leveraging digital assets. The complimentary smart contracts, you receive consideration for every deal that you do in the ecosystem, contracts created and closings that happen because of your invitation to the ecosystem. And then we also offer an invite reward system. So 2 levels of invite rewards, and then you get direct membership rewards and direct membership association rewards. So an example of this would be like if you invited Sally, Sally would, maybe Sally does a deal where she sells her house to Billy, and there might be a 3 and 6% commission on that. You may get the 6% commission, and then somebody else might get the 3% commission based off of the predetermined terms that Sally may set on getting her house sold on the blockchain. So that's really exciting, because I don't know if any of you guys have ever introduced people and they've done a deal without you. But what's really cool is with the blockchain being a immutable record and holding the genealogy of your relationships, you'll always make sure to be compensated when deals are being done within the ecosystem, whether you're present or not. All right. And so there are a few ways that you earn within the ecosystem. The Crown community offers 4 diverse income streams designed to maximize your earning potential within our ecosystem. First, we have our networking rewards. We didn't want to do a network marketing model, but if you guys have ever accessed a high-level credit card or any sort of private banking infrastructure, it always comes with an invitation. And so you can leverage your connections within the community to earn rewards through referrals and active participation, enhancing your network and your net worth. Crypto rewards, so you can benefit from the dynamic world of cryptocurrency with rewards distributed in Crown and Tapu tokens, providing the versatile assets for your digital portfolio. The digital asset rewards that we have here, you can gain from participation in community special projects. So a special project would look like structuring out, a request for funds for a specific project. So I don't know if anybody has any projects that they're working on that maybe they would want to do fundraising for, but if you do, you can drop the name of it or the type of project in the chat. And any kind of project that can potentially be seen as an enhancement to the ecosystem can be proposed as a special project. People in the ecosystem can vote for it by staking tokens of liquidity towards your project, and say your project needed, $1 million so that it could be executed. As people stake their tokens for that, those once the funds are fully there, that special project is funded and say individuals that were listed in that smart contract, they receive the funding to be the contractors. There could be people that earn the funding from or win the funding from that raise to be the builders. They could be the ones that are the electricians, et cetera, et cetera. And so this allows us to have people gain from the participation of developing in the ecosystem through maybe real estate projects, and then you'll be able to earn dividends from income, equity, and interest, and appreciation of property values and special projects in the ecosystem. Then we have the Academy Awards, which is last but not least. So you can earn by enhancing your knowledge and skills through Crown Academy with opportunities to advance your position from applying what you learn in real world scenarios. And so our ultimate goal with this infrastructure is adoption, right? We want to be able to have people come in, understand what the blockchain is about, how it can help them win at their goals in life, and how Crown Academy and operating from a sovereign jurisdiction can help them truly do this with the sound mind that there's an individual collective that's out there that is operating in the same way that they align. And Crown Academy is there to make sure that everyone is operating in the way that we as a whole can set the standard on how blockchain is adopted in the world. So that being said, we have 3 different access pass levels. Technically 4. We have a free account. So everyone in here, regardless of whether you're ready to get started with a membership or not, there is an access point for you where you can get signed up with just a few cents in gas. You can come in, check us out, and watch the development over the next few days, weeks, and months as we gear up for our fall season. And then for those of you guys who are wanting to know how you can earn passive income while participating and holding memberships that give you access to different aspects of the bank, you can pick up one of these membership pass keys to be able to, like I said, earn passive income and also earn by bringing people into the ecosystem and access to our special cryptocurrencies, silverback cryptocurrencies, and goldback cryptocurrencies. So the first one that I wanted to break down for you was our gold membership. This is 2,222. Now the gold membership right now, it comes with an ECA node. So you're able to be a miner for our sovereign blockchain infrastructure within this gold membership price. You also receive a community page to build out your business or your hapu or your your trust or your church or your organization. You can use that website page within our decentralized application to build out your brand on the blockchain and officially have your very own Web3 landing page. You also get a distributor vault smart contract. So say you wanted to have your Hapu, we've had a couple Hapus come on board, and that Hapu maybe is divided between 4 individuals who all contributed 25% to the purchasing of the gold membership. That organization's distributor vault would reflect the portions that the individuals chipped in to purchase the gold membership and node. So that being said, when profits are paid into that gold account, they can hit that distributor contract and be split 4 ways. Okay. So with the gold membership so far, we've got the node, we've got the distributor vault contract, we've got the community page. Lastly, we have the lineage contract. So this is something that when you sign up under that pass, it begins to hold a record of the lineage. And this will allow for, say, the record keeping of the whakapapa and or the lineage of individuals that are brought into the ecosystem so that the right commissions and the right benefits to certain things are being able to be distributed properly. This can also look like if you're structuring out an estate through our asset management dashboard and say you wanted to list 3 different beneficiaries, you could pull them from your lineage contract and assign them to a liquidity pool within your trust and estate structure inside your gold membership portal. And then from there, you're able to automate your estate management. So that's the power of the gold membership. Right now, that is only 2,222 USD. And so that being,
Yes.
what was that? Oh, hey, La. Baby girl, you're unmuted if you didn't know. Then that also gives you access to our gold-backed cryptocurrency. And so we have a really cool system where our currency allows for distribution of membership reward points. And as you're spending those membership rewards inside the ecosystem, you're also able to settle up in cryptocurrency, fiat, gold, or silver. And so utilizing the gold and silver membership is how you get access to those precious metal backed currencies. But not only are they backed by those currencies, but they're also redeemable in gold and silver. So you can go to any one of the locations that we have that are utilizing and vaulting the gold and silver, and you're able to exchange your crypto there for bullion. The silver membership is how you access the bullion. So the gold, silver, platinum, you want to be a silver member so that we have you registered in our ecosystem to be able to redeem that cryptocurrency for that gold and silver bullion. And then we have the Emerald membership, which allows you to come into our crypto exchange and our asset tokenization vaults and utilize our softwares to administer those specific activities in the ecosystem, buy, sell, and trade those cryptos. And our cryptocurrency is like our Bitcoin on our blockchain. It allows for you guys to invest and be able to hold something that has the same value of Bitcoin when it comes to the properties of it, but to be able to utilize essentially EVM technology like smart contracts, etc. So that being said, I want to introduce you to one of our biggest innovators here, and that is the passive income that we offer. So we do have, the direct referral rewards of 10% to the first person that invites you and 5% indirect. But then we also have the 15% block share. And so when you hold one of these passes, all of the volume that happens in the ecosystem, whether that is the marketplace, through decentralized products that are built, projects that are built, or the membership passes, NFT projects, et cetera, 15% of that is redistributed back to the project members. Okay. 15% is through the direct rewards prior to the liquidity pools, and 15% of the liquidity pool is poured back into the holders of those passes. And so what this ends up happening as we take on momentum is you guys are going to be seeing passive crypto payments come in through the performance and the development of the ecosystem as a whole. All right. So give me 1 second so I can mute my dear friend. And then through BlockShare, membership contributions are recognized and rewarded, fostering a thriving community of engaged and active membership holders. And so this is one of the protocols that I developed personally, because everyone out there is chasing passive income. And to find true passive income, you really have to have a strong infrastructure. And that's what we offer here at SBOA. We offer an infrastructure that you can truly set up. You can set your business on it. You can invite individuals to come and participate and build their businesses, their families, their organizations on here. And when they begin to take actions within the ecosystem, our currencies truly represent the energy that they put in. And so people can get paid for participating in what it is that we're utilizing to truly protect our finances and bring ourselves into a decentralized sovereign space while the world is figuring itself out. That being said, the last 5% of the 35% is dedicated to enriching the Crown token ecosystem. And so 5% of what we earn goes into the Crown coin. And this allows for the coin to continuously be gaining in volume and liquidity. And so we've designed the BlockShare protocol to really truly provide and give back to the community. And so far, it's been an amazing reward system. That being said, here's an example of how the BlockShare would pay. So let's say 3 people mint a gold membership pass that week. There would be $999 worth of BNB in the pool. This will get split 3 ways, to you and the other 2 members. So every holder will get the value of 333 in BNB at the time of each pass minting. This is back to you by the end of the week. So there's $999 in the pool. $333 is paid out to each of the individuals that were holding in the pool for the block share reward that week. Now, let's say when everybody sees that announcement in the group and then 10 people purchase the gold pass the next week, there will be 3,333 worth of BNB at the time of each pass minted. This is added to the pool and divided by 13 pass holders. So the next payout is $256 and a bunch of cents. So the next week, 256 will be sent to each of the 13 pass holders. So this is an example of how Blockshare works. As more people are added to the pool, then it's divided in more portions. And this has been really fun for us to experience because those passive income payments are really awesome. And so with those ECA nodes, this is one of the things where you get to have a free month of the ECA node with your gold pass. We personally, I think we only have, let me count. I think we have 7 left or 6 left. I think we have 6 left as of a few hours ago. We have 6 left. And we decided that for the first foundational infrastructure of our blockchain, before we spun up any more nodes, before we let people come in and bring their miners, etc., we wanted the foundational infrastructure to be decentralized through Maori and our early adopters. And so right now, we have different Maori chiefs that are hosting their own node right now that represents their gold pass and their hapu. And for that, we wanted truly decentralized Maori-owned foundational blockchain infrastructure. And this promotion that we've ran has allowed us to do that. So it's really exciting that, people are able to come here and set up the node, and it's been really fun. Boop. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. I'm going to open it up for questions really quick, and I'm going to check out the chat.
I've got a quick question.
What's up?
How much each month is it to keep the node going? Is it the same each month, 2222?
200, yeah, 222 to keep the node going. Yep.
Oh, 222. Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yep. Yeah. And it's really cool because I don't know if you've seen yours already, Christian, but it's pumping out ECA.
Yeah.
And so that when you guys have your ecosystems and you start building your infrastructure, all of that needs the gas fees. And so, right now we're on the BNB smart chain, but pretty soon you guys are going to be able to be your own crypto exchange, buying and selling that ECA
Yeah.
that you've mined for free. So it's really, really awesome.
And so there's other, like those 333 that we've been getting as well, or 222, sorry. Can we use that to pay for that monthly payment, or
Yeah, you
how
can
does that
use your
work?
block share. You can use your block share payments
Okay.
to pay for that. Most definitely. Yep.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Tony, the first block share pays out after we finish the node promotion. We wanted to give a chance to have everybody on board to the nodes first for this specific community. We do have
Which
one
means
other.
everybody gets the greatest amount of block share for their first return, which is the entire 333 that was collected in BNB at the time of your minting. And so there's already 15 people's worth in there. And when we hit the 22, then that's when we will start paying those out weekly. And then basically every time that more gold members join into the fund, then that portion allocated of the 333 of each pass gets filled into that smart contract pool. And then at the end of the week, it's distributed to all of the holders of the gold memberships. But let's say that you hold 2, then that person would receive twice as much. So it's basically the total pool divided by the number of NFTs multiplied by how many NFTs you hold is how many portions of that 333 you're going to receive. And by joining before we pay out the first one, you'll get the first whole portion paid out until everybody else then joins and then gets divided further as you go. So the original people of the first payout get the most out of every single one, which is basically the early adopter bonus in this.
Awesome explanation, Mark. And Tony asked, is ECA blockchain a native BC or is it built on Ethereum? So ECA blockchain is its own blockchain, and it is an EVM, but we utilize mixed merge mining, which means that we use both Bitcoin miners and Ethereum miners. And then
So
we had
it's
a question.
basically Ethereum's original method of mining, because Ethereum, as you know, moved to proof of stake, which is in a way, if you really understand it, not truly sovereign anymore. And ours is the original proof of work. So if you understand how a proof of work EVM works, then that's exactly how our Echo works. But as Megan said, we also have another layer to it, which is called mixed merged mining, which it actually runs off of Bitcoin nodes. So basically, if every Bitcoin node in the world would have to go down for our blockchain to go down, which, as you know, it's practically impossible because there's going to be at least a few thousand people running nodes no matter what happens in the world.
Awesome. And then somebody asked, how often do we have our presentations? We have a presentation at 3 p.m. New Zealand time every single Tuesday afternoon. So you can always find us here on Tuesdays. And then we had a question on how many gold nodes are left. So we have 6, and the recording of this is going to be sent into the Telegram chat. I can't send emails or I'll have every single person asking me to email it to them. But we do drop it in the group chat and I'll tag you there. So yeah, we have 6 left. And if you guys need help minting in, we can do that after the call. So let us know. But it's really awesome because you guys get the opportunity to own a portion of the infrastructure. ECA is not only backing the Sovereign Bank of Aotearoa, but it's also backing the world's infrastructure. So for me, I have my own nation I'm bringing in. We have a couple other indigenous tribes that are represented here. And then not only that, but then we have 6,200 businesses that are going to be onboarding to utilize the marketplace. And then Natasha, our timeline right now, we were intending on waiting to roll out the marketplace for a few more weeks. We had a longer timeline for what we were wanting to do. But then during this last week and a half, we realized that we are needing to move completely from the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem and secure ourselves in the blockchain, in our own blockchain foundationally. And so we're actually going to go ahead and move forward with the second phase of the infrastructure development, which is moving the current smart contract that we have on Binance Smart Chain to our ECA and implementing our fiat on and off ramp rails and our banking accounts so that we can actually start private banking and utilizing the infrastructure within the next few weeks.
And since there's about a dozen or now about 15, 16 nodes running, then everyone who has a node will basically be the entrance gateways for people to be able to access the smart contract. So it'll be even more private because at first we use BNB because it's just the massive liquidity, extremely low gas fees, and extremely fast transactions. It's better than Ethereum. It's better than Bitcoin in the sense of the smart contracts, the speed and the efficiency and the cost of the transactions. So that's why we went with BNB. But now that we have enough people on ECA, we're actually rebuilding the entire smart contract on ECA so that we can function entirely privately on our own chain. So everyone who has a node will basically be the entrance portals, and then you'll be able to utilize all the ECA that you've been mining.
Yep. And you'll be able to earn off of every transaction that happens in the ecosystem. And so that's where true income is made in the blockchain or even in the financial world. It's being the infrastructure. And so for me, when I started building, I didn't want to have to charge people. I didn't want to have to go and buy and sell certain things. I just wanted to build a platform for people to be able to be themselves on and express themselves on. And what's the power of owning a portion of the blockchain infrastructure with these nodes is that you're earning off of every transaction that happens in the ecosystem. We have a question that said, when members join and they split up the payments, is it paid through smart contracts? So yes, Char, the Char share, probably share. But the smart contracts are automatic. And so when you sign up, if you sign somebody else up, they're going to get paid automatically if you sign up. And if somebody signs up through you, that's automatically paid. So we use automation for every single thing that we do in the ecosystem. Technically, the marketplace is already deployed. You guys just don't have front end UI to it. And that's how we have been able to mint the NFTs. Those actually are hybrid NFTs that mint through our product gateway and allow for the buying and selling of goods and services through. That's how we have the courses, etc., already integrated through the automation. But when we go live on the next platform, you guys will be able to go to the NFT marketplace and create your own digital assets. When you say payment rails, does that mean that MasterCard will be sooner too after our bank accounts are set up in a few weeks? It's at the same time, but yes, absolutely. What's the utility? I just explained a lot of utility. What exactly are you requesting? Like, what is the utility? Oh yeah, you just got here. Never mind. You're gonna have to rewatch it in the group chat. Is ECA and Crown tokens live? Yes, the ECA is the it's mining right now. So if you guys have a node right now and you have ECA in your wallet, go ahead and shout it out in the chat. So people can know that you have already got your node and your node is mining away and delivering you those coins right as we speak. Just let our friend know. Whoop, whoop. Wow, 160,000. Go, Natasha. Romi's got hers. Woohoo. Node is mining. Yes, D. We love it. I'm getting ready. Law, I think yours is actually active. We just need to get the private network on yours. We have every node that was done this last week active. So we had 6 come through, and we meet up with our developer to set up the nodes once a week. So we did just get you through, sweetie. You'll
Yeah,
have them in
everyone
your
who has
wallet.
currently minted a gold membership, their nodes are running. So if you don't have your custom network open on your chain yet, contact us in the Telegram group chat, and I'll contact you privately to send you the RPC URL and basically how to be able to view it. And even within the first day, I think the Matariki Hapu had like 6,000 coins within the first 12 hours of it mining. So basically all of the original miners are going to be the largest holders of ECA and ongoingly, especially if you continue the monthly for the mining. So that's just awesome, because that effectively makes you the branches of the bank, because if the transactions are needed to use ECA, no matter if you're using a token or interacting with a smart contract, it's going to use ECA. And if you're mining ECA, then essentially you already have a nearly unlimited supply of gas, which now makes you not have to pay other blockchain gas fees, which, for example, Ethereum's gas fees are like 80 cents a transaction. That's absurd. So essentially we created our own, much more improved than Ethereum. We used Ethereum's original code, which was the proof of work system, and then made it into a mixed merge mining scenario so that we could also store records and make it a privacy layer to where no one can see certain information unless you give them permission to do so.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Mark. And yes, Tracy, even though you can't see your coins, you have to put the custom network on your wallet so that you can see and access those. We do set that up right away. So you can just shoot us a message in the group chat. We do have our own wallet, Ranganui. So we have the Crown wallet. Crown wallet will be deployed with our ECA infrastructure, and it is absolutely gorgeous. But it also has great utility, so we won't have to use a third party to onboard. We can just utilize our own decentralized wallet. Roughly when does Heal Academy start? Heal Academy is already started. So last week you got to experience some classes, but we are putting together the new schedule for the what is it called, fall season here. I don't know what season it is over there, Natasha. But for us, we're going into the fall season, so school's starting back up. Do we have to import ECA token into our wallet? I have a gold. Yes. Okay, I think I already answered that. Thanks, Tony. Lovely. Thank you. All right. Any other questions? It's winter there. Oh yeah, you guys were saying it was chilly. Keep warm, my dear friends. We're gonna come over there soon. Freezing. No. You need your miners going so you can keep your house warm. All right, if we don't have any other questions, If you guys are wanting to get started with any of our passes, go ahead and shoot us a message in the group chat. And we can go ahead and get on with you guys and help you onboard. And we're going to go ahead and save this presentation and get it uploaded in the group chat so you guys can rewatch it and share it as you need. All right.
I'm sharing the Telegram chat one more time. Everybody hop into this so that you can be aided to be able to be onboarded. And for those that already have their gold pass, share that you need to see your ECHA node in the chat, and then I'll contact you personally with the RPC details and the instructions on how to be able to open that there.
Perfect. All right. Thank you. And Ranganui, we can discuss that. Go ahead and DM me privately on Telegram. All right, family. Bomarie.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And then last thing I'll share here is the onboarding instructions. And all of these things are available in the Telegram chat that I shared. So if you hop in there, you'll be able to see that. But if you follow this Google Doc, it'll give you step by step from A to Z how to get to the front door. And then you'll be able to use your Invite's grantor code or their username, or just put their link, and you'll be able to join the smart contract because it is an invite only. So if you follow those instructions, it'll give you everything that you'll be able to see.